Good evening, everyone. My name is Connor Myers, working the camera and announcing tonight's volleyball game. Tonight, the Hicksville Aces will fight against the Edgerton Bulldogs in another game of volleyball action. The JV, their first game, they lost 25-15. The second, they won 26-24, and the third, they won. They lost. I'm lying. They won. I keep trying, dude. They wanted to win. They lost 25-22. Let's give a big thank you to our underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, www.jimschmidtauto.com. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, www.aptmfg.com/careers. The Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy located downtown Hicksville. Phone 419-542-6218 for your info on flu shots and latest COVID boosters. ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, www.arcsolinc.com. I'd like to give a big thank you to our athletic directors, Mr. Haught and Mr. Overmeyer, for allowing us to come down here and do all this. And I'd like to give another thank you to Mr. Haught for giving me free pizza. Bill's wallet deeply appreciates it. If you're looking for some more volleyball action, next week the girls have their postseason sectional semifinals. Wednesday, October 16th at 7:30 p.m. for their Lote session versus Montpelier at Tenora High School. Ticket info is at ohsaa.org. Scoreboard hits the 3-minute mark. Lady Aces are getting ready for their game. And I'm like 99% sure this is the last game for the regular season. So good luck to the Aces. And everybody is decked out in yellow for childhood cancer awareness. So I'd like to give an apology if I'm not able to tell some of the numbers on Edgerton's team, as they will be wearing yellow and white together, and their number on the front will be facing away from me, so it'll be extremely hard to read. So down in a couple minutes, we will switch down over to Mr. Overmeyer so he can announce the players and we can do the national anthem. Now, if the JV game's anything to go off of, I think this game would be a pretty good one to watch. Pretty close. Since the JV was awfully close as well. Also, I'm just going to kind of ramble on here so we don't get checked for copyright since they're still playing music. So the Aces will be getting ready. We will be switching down to Mr. Paul Overmeyer. And I'll tilt the camera down to him so we can completely get a good eye on him. bringing down the American flag, and we will switch over to Mr. Overmeyer.
Good evening, volleyball fans. Welcome to Hicksville High School, an exciting evening of high school volleyball. Tonight, the Edgerton Bulldogs, coached by Chris DePaul, will take on our own Hicksville Aces, coached by Samantha Lavin. The Board of Education Superintendent and Athletic Council of Hicksville High School extend to each of you a cordial welcome to tonight's volleyball game. Both Hicksville High School and Edgerton High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the high standards of conduct and sportsmanship required during athletic competition. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country with freedoms like no other. In order to honor America and in respect for all who have served and who are currently serving to defend our freedoms, please stand and join in the singing of our national anthem. Your officials for tonight's contest are Michael Andreyko and Larry Kaiser. Their experience and integrity qualify them for their important part in this friendly interscholastic volleyball contest. Now introducing the non-starters for both teams. For the Edgerton Bulldogs, number 3, junior, Aubrey Patrick. Number 7, sophomore, Kara Schroeder. Number 11, junior, Kylie Perry. For your Hicksville Aces, number 1, junior, Hannah Ridgeway. Number 5, junior, Kennedy Adams. Number 6, junior, Taylor Slattery. Number 8, sophomore, Liberty Doctor. Number 10, junior, Paige Ayers. Number 16, sophomore, Kaylin Metz. Number 18, senior, Teslin Reed. Now introducing the starters for Edgerton. Number 4, sophomore, Caitlin Burke. Number 6, senior, Casey Everett. Number 8, junior, Ava Swank. Number 9, junior, Olivia Farnham. Number 10, junior, Ava Giesecke. Number 13, senior, Corinne Kate. Libero, number 18, junior, Olivia Wallace. And now, here are your Hicksville Aces starters. Number 2, senior, Josie Smith. Number 3, freshman Jocelyn Baldwin. Number 4, sophomore McKenna Baird. Number 9, senior Lydia Van Scooter. Number 12, sophomore Mika Inkrot. Number 13, senior Elise Baldwin. Libero, number 7, junior Evie McAlexander.
The teams will be shaking hands, preparing, wishing each other good luck for the game. And we'll be getting ready for some varsity volleyball action. All right, the liberos are getting in. The ball will be given to the Bulldogs to start. Looks like it is number 6, Casey Everett, to serve. And it's in, a point for the Bulldogs. Everett's back up to serve. Oh, they don't quite get it. So another point for the Bulldogs. And it's in. Point for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs 3, Aces 0. One goes high over. Decided not to hit it. I don't quite know why. Maybe she touched it already. Number 4, McKenna Baird, to serve for the Aces. Oh, quite the hit. Hits off one of the girls' hands, and she doesn't quite get it. Number 8, that is Ava Swank, up to serve for the Bulldogs. And that is out, giving another point to the Aces. Number 9, Lydia Van Scooter, up to serve. Hits it like a hawk. Straight down in. Number 9, Farnham. That goes into the student section. Farnham back up to serve. quite hit it. Give another point to the Bulldogs. That one barely nicks over the net. That one does not. So it's a point for the Aces. Getting a couple subs. Number 5, Kendi Adams up to serve. Well, that one goes sky high and way in the back. Therefore, another point for the Aces. Adams back up to serve. Didn't quite hit it. So that's a point for the Aces. Adams up to serve. That one's out. Hits one of the girls' hands and goes right over. Therefore, that's a point for the Bulldogs. Number 10, Ava Gissingi. That's a block. And it's points for the Aces. Number 13, Elise Baldwin. Up to serve. Well, that one sort of just went right down in. Baldwin back up to serve. That one's out. So that's a point for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs 9, Aces 7. No, it was a point for the Aces. 8-all. Baldwin back up to serve. Bulldogs hit it over. Well, that's a spike, but it is out. Meaning another point for the Aces, and they should go in the lead. Or not. It's a point for the Bulldogs. Looks like number 18. I do not have an 18 on my roster. This is a little bit unfortunate. And it's a block. That's a point for the Aces. Up to serve number 7, McAlexander. That one goes way high up. And it's point. 10-all. McAlexander back up to serve. And it's point for the Aces. Hits off one of the girls' hands and right down to the floor. Another serve from Mick Alexander. Ace quite get. Oh, they can. They can. It's been done. Oh, lose out. That is number 13 up there. Corn Cape up to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. And that one's out. Another point for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs 12, Aces 11. Cape back up to serve. Well, that one almost hits one of the coaches. I think she managed to survive it. Cape back up to serve. Can't quite save that one. It's another point for the Bulldogs. Cape up to serve. And that's the point for the Aces. Bulldogs headed out. Couple subs getting in. Number 10, Paige Ayers, up to serve for the Aces. It goes pretty high too. That was a block. A point for the Bulldogs. That is number 6, Casey Everett's, up to serve for the Bulldogs. And that's a point for the Aces. Number 4, McKenna Baird, up to serve. And that block was no good. Point given to the Bulldogs. Looks like that's number 8, Ava Swank. And that's out. Ace didn't hit it, so therefore it's a point for them. This is number 9, Lydia Van Scooter, up to serve. Block is no good. Number 9 of Leah Farnham. Ooh, not quite the save the Aces was looking for. Bulldogs get the point. And there's a timeout on the court. And in this meantime, I'd like to give a thank you to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, www.jimschmidtauto.com. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, www.aptmfg.com/careers. The Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy in Hicksville, Ohio. Phone 419-542-6218 for info on flu shots and the latest COVID boosters. ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, www.arcsolinc.com. If you're looking for more girl varsity volleyball action, they will be back again next week on Wednesday, the 16th at 7:30 p.m. for the Lote session. They'll be going against Montpelier at Sonora High School. Up with the serve. Farnham for the Bulldogs. And it's no good. Point for the Bulldogs. Farnham back up to serve. And a missed block with the spike leads to a point for the Aces. Up to serve, number 5, Kennedy Adams. And an insane block by Elise Baldwin. Adams back up to serve. And the Bulldogs can't quite get it over. Leading to another point for the Aces. Adams up to serve. Aces can recover. And the Bulldogs can too. But it's out. And the Bulldogs get the point. The Bulldogs hit 20. And that is number 10, Gessingi, up to serve. Point goes to Edgerton. Edgerton 21, Aces 17. That is number 10, Ava Gessingi, back to serve. To my JV roster there for a sec. It doesn't quite go over, so it's a point for the Aces. It's number 13, Elise Baldwin, up to serve. Aces can't quite get it. Give the Bulldogs another point. Number 18 back up to serve. And it's blocked. And that's a timeout on the floor from the Hicksville Aces. This week is Homecoming Spirit Week, so tomorrow the theme is time travel, the same as Homecoming's theme. So students will dress up in past or future. I guess it wouldn't make too much sense to do present. Officials will blow their whistles. Coaches tell the coaches to wrap it up a little, and they do. Number 18, I do not have you on my roster. Back up to serve. Oh, and it's saved. That's a block too. Aces brought that one back too. Gotta hand it to him. Bulldogs were on top of their game on that one. Defense was looking pretty good. Number 18 back up to serve. Match point for the Bulldogs. Oh, that one goes way far out. And that concludes the first round. Aces 18, Bulldogs 24. In this meantime, I'd like to give a thank you to our underwriter supporters at Jim Schmidt Family Auto Dealerships. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, www.jimschmidtauto.com. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, www.aptmfg.com/careers. The Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy located in Hicksville, Ohio. Phone 419-542-6218 for info on flu shots and the latest COVID boosters. I'm going to wait a sec for him for a last one. And last but not least, ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio. www.arcsolinc.com. Doing quite the raffle. People are getting their tickets in check. This group next to me has at least like 50. But hey, I can't blame them. People want to win. They're supporting good stuff, supporting good cause, and trying to get nice things out of it. So I can't blame them. Yes, I did not win, as I did not put my name in the raffle. The Aces will go back to the court. while the Bulldogs are getting ready to do the same thing. Start off round 2. Last game ended 18-24 with the Bulldogs winning. Hicksville's libero checking in. Number 4, McKenna Baird, up to serve for the Hicksville Lady Aces. And it lands on the Hicksville side. A point for the Bulldogs. That is number 6, Casey Everett, up to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. That's quite the hit. Landing on the inside, giving the point to the Aces. Number 9, Lydia Van Scooter up. Bulldogs managed to save that. Aces cannot. Another point for the Bulldogs. Number 8, Ava Swank to serve. Good hit from who I think was Miguel Incrot. Managed to get that on, get them in a doozy. Number 5, Kennedy Adams up to serve. And it's no good, landing outside of the field. So a point for the Edgerton Bulldogs. That is number 9, Olivia Farnham. Also, Olivia, during this, I'd like to apologize to you for pronouncing your name Olivia earlier. And that's a point for the Bulldogs. Farnham back up to serve. And that's a block, and it leads to a point for the Aces. Number 13, Elise Baldwin getting ready to serve. And that's a point for the Bulldogs. Tipped off one of the Aces' fingers. That is number 10, Ava Gissingy. And they save it. Aces cannot quite get it. So another point for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs 6, Aces 3. Gissingy back up to serve. It lands on the inside of the field. little bit of controversy stirring up over that one. Gisingi back up to serve. That one's out. Tips off one of the girls' shoulders. Not shoulders, fingers. So it's a point for the Bulldogs. Gisingi back up to serve. And it's a point for the Aces. Bulldogs can't quite get it to where they want it. McAlexander up to serve for the Aces. Aces save it. And it's a point for the Hicksville Aces. Number 7, McAlexander back up to serve. Aces can't get it. Can't quite get it. Giving the point to the Bulldogs. Up to serve number 18, the libero. Barely gets over, giving the point to the Aces. Number 10, Paige Ayers, up to serve. Bulldogs recover. And they cannot quite get that last one. Another point for the Aces. Ayers is back up to serve. And that's another point for the Bulldogs. Up to serve number 13, Corrine Cape. Another point for the Bulldogs. Cape will be back up to serve. Well, that's a block. Leads to another point from the Bulldogs. Aces 7, Bulldogs 12. Cape back up to serve. Bulldogs save it. And that is in. Another point for the Aces. Number 4, McKenna Baird up to serve. Aces can't quite save that one. Another point for the Bulldogs. Number 6, Casey Everett's up to serve. It's out, leads to a point for the Aces. Number 9, Lydia Van Scooter. That is out. Leads to a point for the Aces. Van Scooter back up to serve. That's a point for the Bulldogs. Nicks off one of the girls' fingers. Gets out of bounds. Number 8, Ava Swank to serve for the Bulldogs. That one goes way high. Ooh, and they save it! They cannot. Point for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs 15, Aces 10. Not 12. And that is a timeout on the floor by the Aces. Here's a good time to give another thank you to our underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, www.jimschmidtauto.com. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, www.aptmfg.com/careers. The Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy in Hicksville, Ohio. Phone 419-542-6218 for info on flu shots and the latest COVID boosters. ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, www.arcsolinc.com. If you want some more Varsity Volleyball action, next week the girls have their semifinals match against Montpelier at Tenora. Starts 7:30 on October 16th. Up to serve, number 8, Ava Swank for the Bulldogs. And that's another point for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs 16, Aces 10. Swank back up to serve. That's out, another point for the Bulldogs. Need to adjust my microphone a little bit. Swank up to serve. Aces can't get it. Another Bulldog point. Swank up to serve. Ooh, that one goes way out into the stands. Gives the Bulldogs another point, 19-10. Swank back up to serve. Aces can't quite save it. Giving the Bulldogs a 10-point lead with 20-10. Swank up to serve. hits the net, gives the point to the Aces. Number 5, Kennedy Adams up to serve for the Hicksville Aces. She doesn't quite hit that one the way she intended. Gives the Bulldogs and back to a 10-point lead. That was number 8, I think, Ava Swank. Didn't quite catch that in time. And it's point for the Aces. Number 13, Elise Baldwin, up to serve. The Aces save it. Hoping to get back into this match. Aces don't quite score the point. Getting the Bulldogs back up to 10. Bulldogs 22, Aces 12. That is number 10, Ava Gissingy, up to serve for the Bulldogs. Aces get that point. Good block, leads to a point. Number 7, Evie McAlexander, up to serve. Bulldogs can't quite save it. Point for the Aces. McAlexander back up to serve. Aces hit it, leads it all the way out. Point for the Bulldogs. Number 18, up to serve. And it's out. Point for the Aces. Number 1, Hannah Ridgway up to serve. And it is in. Point for the Bulldogs. Match point. Looked like number 14. I have 14 on my roster, so it might not have been number 14. Bulldogs get the point. Bulldogs win this match 25-15. So the first two games went in the Bulldogs' favor. First game going 18-25 for the Bulldogs, and the second game going 15-25 for the Bulldogs. In this meantime, I'd like to give a thank you to our underwriter supporters that make HIX-TV possible. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, www.jimschmidtauto.com. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, www.aptmfg.com/careers. The Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy located in Hicksville, Ohio. Phone 419-542-6218 for info on flu shots and the latest COVID boosters. ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio. www.arcsolinc.com. Tomorrow is time travel day for Spirit Week in Hicksville schools. Students will be dressing in past or future for their theme. If you're hungry for more volleyball action, next week, the girls' varsity sectional semifinals are happening on Wednesday, October 16th at 7:30 p.m. for the Lote session versus Montpelier. Takes place at Tenora High School. If you want ticket info, go to ohsaa.org. I'm Connor Myers giving you a big thank you for watching the stream, watching these girls play. The barrels are getting checked in. Up to serve number 6, Casey Everett. Aces can't quite save that one. Getting a first point to the Bulldogs. Everett's back up to serve. Aces save it. It is point for the Hicksville Aces. Tied at 1-1. Number 4, McKenna Baird up to serve. And that's another point for the Hicksville Aces. Baird back up to serve. And it's out, giving the point to the Bulldogs. Ava Swank, number 8, to serve. Aces can't quite save it. Another point for the Bulldogs. Aces 2, Bulldogs 3. Point for the Bulldogs. Ace 2, Bulldogs 4. Swank back up to serve for the Bulldogs. Another point for the Aces. Not the Aces, the Bulldogs. And it's a point for the Bulldogs. Looks like we had a couple subs. Coach is going to talk to her. And it's out. Point for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs 7, Aces 2. Ball goes high, but they get it back over. Aces can't quite save that one. That leads to a timeout from the Aces. During this timeout, just to recap the scores, the freshmen lost their games. The Bulldogs won 2 of them, and they won 1. I have the scores for the rest of them. For the JV, their first game, Bulldogs won 25-15. For the second game, the Aces won 26-24. For their third, the Bulldogs won 25-22. For the Varsity, the first 2 games, the Aces lost 18-25. For the second game, the Aces lost 18-25. So if the Bulldogs win here, they win the whole series. Number 8, Ava Swank up to serve for the Bulldogs. And it's out. Bulldogs get the point. Swank back up to serve. Decent set, going back and forth. Can the Aces get this one? They can. Point for the Bulldogs. Swank back up to serve. Another point for the Bulldogs. That one was out. Number 8, Swank up to serve. Bulldogs can't save that one, letting their score streak come to an end. Number 9, Lydia Van Scooter up to serve for the Hicksville Aces. Aces can't save that one. Point for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs 12, Aces 3. Number 9, Olivia Farnham up to serve. That one goes way out. Almost goes into the hall. Gives the Aces the point. A couple of subs in. Number 5, Kennedy Adams up to serve. That one goes real high. And it's a point for the Aces. Number 5, Kennedy Adams. And the Aces save it. Bulldogs can't quite get it over. Giving the Aces another point. Adams back up to serve. And it's out. Point for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs now at 13 and Aces at 6. Ava Gissingy up to serve for the Bulldogs. Ball went into the cafeteria. Someone had to run out there and grab it. And that's a point for the Hicksville Aces. Number 13, Elise Baldwin up to serve. And it's a point for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs 14, Aces 7. That libero number 18. Back up to serve. Do not have her on my roster. Aces can't quite get it. Getting another points for the Bulldogs. Number 18, back up to serve. Point for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs 16, Aces 7. The libero number 18 back up to serve. And it's out. Points for the Aces. Number 7, Evie McAlexander up to serve. And a point for the Bulldogs. Hit it right in the middle. Number 13, Kareen Cape. Serving for the Bulldogs. And it's point for the Hicksville Aces. It's getting a couple subs in. Up to serve number 1, Hannah Ridgway. And it's out. Point for the Bulldogs. Number 6, Casey Everett's up to serve. Ooh, that one hits off of her hands, and it's a point for the Aces. Number 4, McKenna Baird back up to serve. one goes way out, all the way back into the girls' locker room. Gives the Aces another point. Slowly climb the ladder back up. Number 4, McKenna Baird back up to serve. Another point for the Hicksville Aces. Baird to serve. Oh, and it's good. Bulldogs save it. A little bit of back and forth action between here. Both teams want to come out of this game winning. And the Bulldogs get the point. Bulldogs 19, Aces 12. Number 8, Ava Swank back up to serve. And that's a hit. Point for the Aces. 13 to 19. Aces get their subs in. Lydia Van Scooter up to serve. And it's a point for the Aces. Looks like number 9, Olivia Farnham, up to serve. Point for the Aces. To serve number 5, Kennedy Adams. And it's point for the Aces. Aces slowly coming back, making their way. Adams back up to serve. And it's out, a point for the Aces. Adams to serve. Oh, and a block from Hicksville gives them another point. And a timeout on the floor from the Bulldogs. This gives me time to stand up and thank our underwriter supporters at Jim Schmidt Family and Auto Dealerships. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, www.jimschmidtauto.com. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, www.aptmfg.com/careers. The Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy located in Hicksville, Ohio. Phone 419-542-6218 for info on flu shots and the latest COVID boosters. ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, www.arcsolinc.com. Both teams get back on the floor. Both of them hopefully trying to win this match. Number 5, Adams up to serve. Aces get another point. Aces now at 18. Bulldogs at 20. Adams back up to serve. And it's point for the Hicksville Aces. Now making only a 1-point difference. When a little bit ago, it was about like 10. Adams back up to serve. And the Bulldogs save it. The Aces cannot. 21-19 with the Bulldogs in the lead. That is number 10, Ava Gissingy up to serve. Sends that one way over. Over and out. Another timeout on the floor. Which gives me time to say, if you want some more volleyball action, the Varsity Aces will be doing their sectional semifinals Wednesday, October 16th at 7:30 p.m. for the Lote session. They will be going against Montpelier at Tenora High School. The Aces played Montpelier last night and they won. So hopefully the Aces will reflect that. But it was a pretty close game. Aces come back on the court. Bulldogs looking like they're getting ready to as well. Up to serve, number 10, Ava Gissingy for the Bulldogs. That one goes way high. Aces can't quite save it. Bulldogs 23, Aces 19. Gissingy back up to serve. And another point for the Aces. Match point for the match and a game point for the Bulldogs. Aces cannot save it. It is a Bulldog win. Before we go, I would like to give another thank you to our underwriter supporters at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, www.jimschmidtauto.com. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, www.aptmfg.com. The Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy located in Hicksville, Ohio. And ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, www.arcsolinc.com. This Friday, we will be out for our homecoming match against Paulding. And here's a little recap for tonight. The freshmen lost their match with three total games. They won one of them and lost two of them. The JV, the Bulldogs won their first match, 25-15. The Aces won the second match, 26-24, and the Bulldogs won the third match, 25-22. For the Varsity, the Aces won the Bulldogs won the first match 18-25. The Bulldogs won the second match 15-25. And the Bulldogs won the third match 19-25. If you want some more varsity volleyball action, the girls varsity sectional semifinals will be held on Wednesday, October 16th at 7:30 p.m. for the Lote session versus Montpelier at Tenora High School. Ticket information is available at ohsaa.org. Before we wrap up here, I'd like to give a big thank you to Mr. Hall and Mr. Overmeyer for allowing us to be able to use the gym for HIX-TV. So thank you, Mr. Hall and Mr. Overmeyer. Well, I hope you all have a good night and a good sports.